Everybody's having a good hump day. Happy hump day. Is everybody working today, or didn't anybody have tacos yesterday? I usually do Taco Tuesday, but I ended up eating a sandwich at Jimmy John's, which was delish. A friend suggested it. Right, Shannon? Good morning. How were the streets last night? Everybody get along? Sorry, my AC just kicked on. Let me see if I can turn that up a little bit. Good morning. What is that, 72? Okay. Maybe, nope. Turn off. Let's just turn it off. Okay, now I can hear. Can't even hear myself with this. I'm not complaining. At least one room in this new apartment has AC. It's not been too bad because we've had some storms, so things have been cooling down. I think today's a big storm day, so I'll be cleaning out the old refrigerator, finished all the bathrooms, vacuuming, and I'm going to clean the carpets in the main room, although they replace the carpets with every renter. Still don't want to do it. I'm a weirdo. Like I have time. And I only have one cleaning today. It normally takes me about 4 or 5 hours. Good morning. I know. Somebody just messaged me, why am I not showing my face? Because I'm not awake, and I have huge bags under my eyes. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Switzerland. How are you? Good morning. I lost my one person in the live. Well, somebody's still hanging out. I wonder how bad our storms are going to be today. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. I normally show my face, but I'm just not with it today. Feeling a bit tired. Yesterday, I kicked out a lot of traveling back and forth. And I don't think I fell asleep until like 11. Woke up at like 3. So, one of those nights. Although I slept hard when I was sleeping. Tried to go back to sleep, but didn't fall back to sleep until 5, which my alarm clock goes off. And so, normally I don't need an alarm clock, but these days I do. These days while moving. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Mama K. Mama K, what is your picture of? Your profile picture? Oh, I like it. Very pretty. Handsome, too. Good morning, Chris. How are you? I know, I'm not showing my face. Good morning. How were the streets last night? I didn't listen. I wasn't on. I was actually knocked out of a live yesterday, which was fine. Don't invite me and then kick me, by the way. I wasn't saying a word, just sitting there listening. She must have something to hide or be embarrassed about. I still don't even know I do know what the live was about, but shame on her. I just find this whole thing weird. This whole app just needs to calm the hell down. Sterner Mama, good morning. Hi, Dream Master. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Anybody have big plans today, like work-wise? Anything fun? Mine's just one house cleaning and then back to the apartments. The old one to clean it up while it's storming today. Oh, and help the kiddo, the 24-year-old that still has stuff that he needs to pack up and get to storage. So maybe we'll do that too. Arm's feeling a bit better. Not great, but definitely better. I still don't see what these doctors are talking about, that it's in my neck. Because I don't feel it necessarily in my neck. I feel it in the hand and arm, so it's weird. I need to order some stuff on Amazon, but I haven't unpacked. I think I've unpacked 3 boxes. That's it. I really want to get that kicked out this weekend so I could take all the boxes to where I used to live. They actually have a recycling for just cardboard and boxes, and people like pick them up and reuse them. So I'd like to get a lot of unpacking done, but we'll see. I have to work this entire weekend. I'm not complaining. I don't mind the moolah. Moving can be expensive. It's feeling good, though, getting rid of some of my stuff. I really don't need it. I'm shocked that I have even the stuff that I have in boxes. So, big decisions on... I'm so weird. So stinking weird. I like it. Oh, yeah, me too. They have a lot of cats in this building. I met a neighbor, super nice guy, but he's moving in October. So I'm kind of sad about that. Lots of changes for everybody. It's kind of nice here where I moved. Lots of trees, a lot of deer. And we're in a very, you just wouldn't expect to see this many deer because it's kind of, it's strange. Like, they literally come up to you. They're not afraid of anything. Had the baby with them and everything, like, standing within feet of me, like 3 feet of me, almost begging for food. I'm like, oh, that's scary. I know, it was kind of sweet. I was getting out of the car last night, and they were behind my car already. They're like, hey, she's home. Hi. I'm like, whoa. They do stick the babies behind them, but you can definitely tell people feed them around here. I mean, when I say a lot of deer, I've lived in the country all my life, and I've never seen that many deer in my life in a matter of just a week. They're literally standing in a 4-lane road that high traffic. The police come around at, like, when they start coming out in packs of like 15 and 20, the police stand in the roadway and let them cross. I'm like, what is happening? At least it happened over this weekend. I don't know if that's a common... I'm assuming it's because of fall. But lots of babies. Lots of doe and lots of babies. Not a lot of bucks. I've not seen a buck. So the girls come out. They're like, feed me and my babies. Hey. Oh, now they... Yeah. If you hit a box, let me know. If anybody wants a box, they can come up. Ooh. My arm. I just stretched it out funky. Yeah, it's kind of strange. But I did pass a couple new restaurants that I've not seen on my route back and forth yesterday because I did 4 loads in the car. I need a bigger car. I may end up, if I don't get everything moved out, I'm so close, but I feel like I should just rent a van, like a big cargo van, and stick all the box in there. No. And just get it all in one swoop because it's 30 to 40 minutes in the car both ways. One way. And I've gone through like more gas than I've gone through in, 5 years in 1 week. It feels like. And I'm kind of getting tired of going back and forth. Time is money. My time is money. I know that. So it might be might behoove me to rent something this weekend and say, I'm doing it one last time. Even just to get the junk up to the compactor at my old place. Yeah, I had to clean out a couple things at this apartment. I took it to the compactor in the new apartment. So that was another load. Crazy. Any suggestions on how to unpack when you move? Because I don't even know where to... I guess the kitchen is my first start. A small, tiny kitchen. Oh, I need to clean that stove today. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Ooh, I just remembered. I'm giving a bunch of my tiny clothes, professional clothes. When I used to work and dress professionally, and just nicer in general. I'm donating a bunch of that, and I've got it in my old apartment sitting on the floor. I need to stop because I'm taking that to this client this morning. They're a bunch of teachers, so psychologists and stuff. So donate, get rid of. And everybody's like, try to sell it because it's a lot of White House black market, expensive, like pricier. Some of it still has tags on it, which is embarrassing. Yeah. But, to sell it, you have to sit there. You have to go back and forth to the store. You have to haggle the price. And it dwindles in. And I just would rather see it on people that I love and care about and let it go to good use than try to sell. I'm so tired of trying to sell. Yeah. Well, it's been done for me before. I do have very nice clients that are they've blessed me with some nice items before. Oh shoot. And I got to call the junk hauler because I have a chair and a desk that I am not lifting. Although I may have to lift it for them to come get it. I'm tempted to go buy a Sawzall or something and saw that desk and take it up in pieces. Somebody suggested a sledgehammer to me, and I'm like, have you met me? You have to be able to lift the sledgehammer up and over your head, or sorta, and then back down without ripping my shoulder more. Okay. I thought that was so funny. I was like, a sledgehammer? What? I can't even lift a sledgehammer, like a good sledgehammer. Weak. I know. Hey, Recovering Out Loud, how are you? I like your name, Candy Cane. Your name. Hey, Sweet Cheeks, how are you doing? Good morning. Yeah, thank you. I'm looking cute with these ears. I do like that the ears bend. I wish they kind of... I wonder if you could fold them. No, because you have to physically fold your head. Never mind. That was dumb. Okay. Blink. Oh, you can really get those eyes going. I've got my glasses on. I'm surprised the cat doesn't have glasses. I know, that was dumb. Yesterday I was in the gingerbread, and when you open the mouth, I thought you could see me, but no, it looked like there was wood in my mouth. Yes, I said that out loud. Sorry. I can't. I said it yesterday, too. I say the dumbest things. I was like, hey, it looks like I have wood in my mouth. And then this morning I almost said, hey, this cat's got a dangly thing in the back of the throat. But I remembered it was a uvula. Listen. Oh, I cracked myself up. Not embarrassing. Yeah, I need to get my Wi-Fi hooked up today. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Sometimes I say stuff out loud and my adult children just look over like, seriously? For real? Who? And then like, who's gonna tell her? Like, and I just kind of like, for some reason I'm shy about that stuff with them. It just depends. But I'll like turn my head like I didn't say it. I know. It's so stupid. Hey, B-Man. Like the way you spell that last name. Okay, that reminds me. I've been married twice. I was married very young for a short period of time. And my last name back then was Mann, M-A-N-N. I don't care. People can know. Everybody knows who I am. And when I was in sales, I had to call all of my clients and tell them that I had a name change. It was going back to my maiden name. And I was like, hey, this is Witty, blah, blah, blah. I used to be a man. I must have left like 4 or 5 messages, and my coworkers that were sitting across from me at the time were just rolling on the floor. This is back in the early 90s, by the way. Rolling on the floor. And I finally like slammed the phone down on the last call, and I was like, what is so goddamn funny? What am I saying? And they were like, they would not tell me all day. They just kept letting me leave that message. And then it dawned on me at like 3 o'clock, and I had started at like 7 a.m. leaving messages for people or calling them and saying, hi, this is so-and-so. I used to be a man. Yeah, so then I had to call all of them back and say, I'm so sorry. I meant my last name used to be Man. Sorry. Sweet cheeks. God, I'm an idiot. I keep myself going. That's for sure. Always on my toes. Yeah. So that was right around the same time. And I remember I was really young, very young. My father would have me come to his office. Sorry. And pick up an envelope and take it with me to deliver to another like customer or to another office because I was in the area. And he's in a meeting with people, and I knock on the door, tap, 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 and he's like, come in. And he goes, what do you need? And I said, hey, I'm here to pick up your vanilla envelope. Didn't you want me to pick up your vanilla envelope? Why are you getting an attitude? And they were silent, just staring. And he goes, what? What are you picking? I said, the vanilla envelope. He goes, does it taste like a vanilla envelope when you lick it? And I was like, well, I don't lick it because that tastes nasty. Yeah, it was manila. Yeah. That's how smart I am. No, what's really bad. God, I don't know how I survived my early 20s. I went to the bank. I had never done a deposit through the ATM. I used to say the same thing. Oh, good, sweet cheeks. Never done one. I had a lot of like dollar bills, 20s, and I needed to get into the bank. I go to the ATM and I put the number amount, $200, and I just started feeding the ATM the loose bills, and it didn't take them all. And I was like, well, what the hell? So I did another deposit of $200 and tried to put the rest of the money in. It dawned on me about the third time. I look over and I see the damn envelopes. Oh my God. I panicked, sat down on the curb at the bank. Yes, it's witty. I didn't want to show my face this morning. I'm just not, I need a shower and I'm got big bags under my eyes. They call my father. He shows up at the bank. He's like, write a note on the back of the envelope. Back in the early 90s, you could do that. They'll stick it through the slot. I didn't even know there was a slot you could put your envelope in instead of using the ATM. Listen, my blonde was really working it back then. And so I stuck the note in there. And when the bank tellers got in the next morning, they were like, oh, yeah, it's witty. They were dying laughing. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Much better. I'm just moving, in the middle of moving. Just a little bit sore, a little tired, working. So I'll work 7 days in a row this week, which isn't bad. I can use the funds. But, yeah. Which reminds me, did I bring soap? Yes, I have soap. Hey. LA. So yeah. So I was pretty bright back then. So when I look at my adult children now and they make silly mistakes, I just laugh and they're like, why don't you get mad and dad gets really mad? And I was like, cause look, I don't even know how you survived me when I was in my early 20s. Oh, those were the days. I literally whacked the side of my son's newborn head on a door frame. I was so tired. I had him in my open arms. I had just nursed him. And somebody asked me a question, and I turned and was in a doorway, and whoop, pop! I was like, what the hell? I forgot he was in my arms. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been a while, for sure. Why is your name Pathetic OG? The Chihuahua. Did you hear JoJo died, Joey? You did. I was so tired and out of it. But I literally forgot he was in my arms. That's not even the worst. Remember the old seats that we used to put him in, like the hard plastic seats? And like you couldn't even lift the plate in the front to put them in. You had to like slide their little legs in. And it had like a metal bar over the top. You would pat it down with blankets and stick your baby in it. And that's where they stayed safely when they weren't moving. Even when they did move. What am I talking about? I put him in it, put him on top of the toilet, but there were loads of blankets. I'm blow drying my hair because he loved the sound of it. And the next thing I know, my cat, I forgot that the cat liked to walk across the front of me in the sink and drink water. Well, he stepped down lightly onto the front of the tray on the baby seat and tipped it forward. And there goes my newborn into a pile of towels, thank God, because they weren't strapped in back then. I don't know how. Poor Evan. So now I know what's wrong with him. I really messed up with that kid a lot. He was the first. You just gotta go with the flow, kid. So, yeah. So when they say, why don't you get mad but Tad gets irate? I'm like, because he didn't have to make the same mistakes that I did. He just makes them as an adult. So remind him of that. Don't get me wrong. I get mad when they do certain things, but not like silly mistakes that are life lessons that was my fault. I probably didn't teach them or whatever. Except for the oldest, who did not know the months of the year when he left for the Marine Corps. When he told me what do you call it? I can't remember what they call it. If anybody wants a box, you can jump up. Their MOS? Am I saying that right? Whatever their job. When he told me what he was going to be, which was the big antenna wearer, which we had lost a family member, a Marine, during Vietnam. It's a long story. He's actually in a book. There's a story about him. I said, how bad did you do on that? Well, how did you score? Because that's not what he wanted to do in the Marine Corps. Of course, you never get what you're supposed to do. I said, how bad did you do on that ASVAB? And he said, I don't know. I said, well, what was your score? And he told me the score. And I was like, holy hell, they're going to let you carry the antenna? And, that was so mean of me, by the way, back in the day. And he said, yeah. He goes, well, I didn't even know the months of the year. And I said, what do you mean you didn't know the months of the year, the order of the months of the year? He says, I don't know the order of the months of the year. I said, what's the first month of the year? And he said, August. And I was like, what? And so he blamed me. He's like, you never taught me that. And neither did the school that he went to. And I was like, so then the youngest in the car says, you didn't know how to look at a calendar before you graduated? So, long story. But he's very highly intelligent. He's self-taught instruments. He can play through, like, I'm such a ding-dong. So anyways, we taught him the months of the year before he left. He got it down. And he ended up being very successful in the Marine Corps. So and he's successful now. So. But those are the things that I laugh at. Did get a little mad because he blamed me. He didn't know the months of the year. Huh? Gotta love that kind of stuff. Adult children. Hi, Flower Power. How are you? The Mannequin. Oh, I kind of like that name. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy hump day. I'm going to probably get off here at in about 10 minutes and go to work. Take a shower before I go to work. Hey, Silly Sprout. Hey, 50 Shades. I'm still laughing at myself. Oh, so we've had parking wars in this new apartment because people think that they can park in the middle of a 4-car garage. I think he's leaving now. We're going to have to figure it out because there's just not enough parking that people have. There should be. I'm not going to get into details, but anyways. The dude came in from parking last night because I parked in a spot. And you could tell he was pissed because he was slamming doors. He's leaving now. Looks like he got out. He did end up parking next to me. It had to have been a tight squeeze, so now I got to check my car to make sure there's not a big, long scratch. I may have to learn. I just need to practice, and we need to... I don't care to park in that garage all the time. I just want to be able to park in it when it storms, it snows, but we'll see. I may just give it up. I can't fight every battle with people. I'm actually going to get stepping stones. There is a spot that I can park in, but I have to back out a long driveway, and if it snows, that's going to be interesting with me because I'm already not good at parking and sort of backing up, sort of. It's a long story. I'm going to get some stepping stones so I can so I'm not stepping out in the mud. Trying to fix a problem yet again. It's going well. It's a little slow now just because I can't do it all at once. I'm working every day this week, and with my shoulder, I'm trying to take it easy a little bit. But yeah, it's getting there. Almost done. I would say we're out of there by Friday or Saturday, fully. I'm just trying to help my son get stuff and like cleaning out the garage. I had 40 some odd containers and left that I had emptied. Some of them were small and tiny. You guys have to remember I had lived a full life at 54 with 3 kids before this. And I was storing the kids' stuff. And like when I was, the divorce diet, when I was a 0-0 and a 2 for so long, I saved all those clothes thinking I was going to get back down in them. That's not going to happen. Slow and steady, right? Yeah. And I have to go up flights of stairs every time I show up here. So it's great packing the car. It's quick. Get in the car for 35 minutes, sometimes an hour, depending on traffic. But I did do 4 loads yesterday. And then heaving up and down stairs, all this junk. But last night, I literally was talking to myself. I was like, okay, let's go, Witty. You can get... I wasn't calling myself Witty, by the way. You can do this. Let's go. Last load you can do for the evening. And then my thighs are like Jell-O. My quads feel like Jell-O today, which is good. We can all use a little workout. Maybe I'll have a great looking ass by the time I finish moving. I have lost more weight, which is good. A couple more pounds, even on the steroids. Yeah, yesterday was my officially last day on steroids. I know, right, Kaylin? Except I scratched the hell out of my leg. I don't even remember doing it. And that reminds me of my grandmother's skin. Like, you scratch yourself and you don't even know it. Because I was bleeding profusely. Gross. It's fine. It's just a tiny little scratch. But why do I have to... Well, it's probably the amount of ibuprofen I've been taking. So I have von Willebrand's, which is nothing serious. But you bleed a lot more when you take ibuprofen and blood thinners type. And I have been living on Advil and ibuprofen, which I have to get off of. I've got to slowly titrate off that and just deal with the pain. But I don't want to while I'm moving. Actually, I think I only took the ibuprofen once yesterday. That's pretty good because I forgot it. But I whined to myself in the car. For like a good hour drive home. My hand hurts. My arm hurts. This sucks. Yes. Imagine that. I talk to myself. Yeah. Kaylin, it's bad. Like, I'm not going to go TMI with that. But I definitely know I need to stop taking it. I have a little bit of an ulcer. Imagine that. Actually, my ulcer was doing really well until I had to start taking the Advil and ibuprofen. So I guess I got to ask the surgeon what I can get on. Like, they didn't want to give me Celebrex or anything like that while I was on the steroid. And I don't think I can... I think I actually have to get off the Advil before... So she won't give me the injection in my neck unless I've been off the anti-inflammatory for a week or 10 days. So I need to get off that. Because they don't want... Because I guess it's an epidural. They don't want me bleeding. I don't know. I'm going to assume that's what it is. She probably told me and I didn't hear it. All I heard was, I get an injection. Woohoo! And supposedly it's going to help. Plus, I'm in PT. So they kind of want you to get through, especially since I tore a muscle in my shoulder itself. They kind of want you to get past a certain point of healing so that they can make a better judgment, I guess, and know where they're injecting. Because it's so inflamed, they're just going into inflamed tissue and all that. I don't know. Making all this up in my head. But you know what I mean. And I've never had one in my cervical. I've only had it in the lumbar. And it was years ago. So, and that, the second they did that lumbar injection, while they were doing it, I didn't even need, they were supposed to give me something to calm me down and keep me calm while they were doing it. I didn't even need it. I laid down on that table and they were like, just get on the table, you're going to feel better. So you instantly get, like an anesthetist, like they anesthetize you because they're numbing the area so they can go deep. Yes. Like, I wanted to jump off. I sat up and they were like, whoa, you need to slow it down. You can't do anything today. We want you laying down. We want you to let that epidural injection. I was like, Okay, I won't do anything today. Wrong. I immediately started doing laundry. I did the dishes because while I was down and out with the true back pain, nobody did anything. Yeah, totally helped. And then I got another set of injection shortly after that. I would say it was in with weeks of that because I just needed a little bit bump. And I didn't need another injection for another like 5 years. I got one injection series then, and then I've not, knock wood, somewhere. Hold on. I've not needed another lumbar injection since, and that's been 20 some odd years, probably. Yeah, they have to space them out. Like, you can only get 2 injections in 1 year, I think. Series of injections. You must be in a lot of pain. Yeah, it totally worked for me. But never had it in the cervical, so I'm sure it will work. But unfortunately, I have degenerative disc disease and arthritis. Whatever. So I need to get on an anti-inflammatory type diet. So that'll be my next thing that I'll look into. Yeah, I don't... So my back doesn't really go out as often. I'm saying this, knocking on wood. My neck hasn't gone out in years. My back doesn't go out too often. I can get on the ground, do my exercises, and within a day or two, I feel better. I'll take like a Flexerol for the first 2 days, and then I'm good when I go to bed. So knock wood. The cervical is new for me. I've never really had this kind of pain before. And it did not start in my neck. So I'm kind of shocked. The massage therapist in me recognizes that it's probably in my neck, and I saw the report, so definitely herniated, and I've got stacked on stacked old injury or old herniations, stacked on stacked vertebrae with spurs, one in particular that's pretty large. So I get it, I understand it, but I don't feel the pain in my neck per se. It's in my shoulder, my elbow, and my hand. So it's stupid, and it's in certain positions. So yeah, dumb. Oh my God, it's not a kitty cat. Oh, does she bow all the way? No, she just tips her head forward. They need to make more of these. Like, I'd like a Bengals, please. Did you see our win this weekend? Anybody see that? I'm so nervous. And where I moved in Cincinnati, they are wild about the Bengals. It's quite funny. I'll have to take a picture. I can't take a picture of where that bus is, because then you'll know exactly where I live. Okay, I forgive you. It's all right. I do like to go to Pittsburgh for your baseball games. Best stadium ever. I at least go up for 1 or 2 games, but I haven't gone up this year. Just because life is lifing. Best stadium ever. And that's not a half bad drive. It's better than going to Cleveland or Columbus. Oof. And I love staying in Pittsburgh. Where did we stay? Oh, yeah. Lived, born, and raised in Cincinnati, so. Hooday. You'll have to come up or you'll have to come down or I'll have to go up. For a game. Oh, in New Jersey. I'm sorry. I just saw that. Take on it. I need a pedicure so bad. Hey, Serenity, how are you? I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to do anything. I do want to take a shower. I need to order my new... TMI, I need to order my new bidet. So I don't know if I want to go with, like, the normal bidet attachment, the portables that you put on your toilets. There's a handled one. Good morning, Pooh. How are you? There is one that's like a handle, so I can, like, squirt the shower and clean it, or the sink, or the toilet. It sits on the side of the... I just don't know how that functionally... if that's going to work for me. I don't know. kind of need to look into it. I'm doing well. I'm just ready to be fully moved in. I hate the stress of worrying about 2 places right now. I just hate the drive. If I were closer in this move, it would be so much quicker. And just getting my son's pushing it, but his girlfriend does not want to help at all. It's a little frustrating. Good morning, Jenny. I don't want to go to work. No, not fully moved in yet. Almost there. Last minute stuff. Got to clean out the refrigerator today, so that'll be good. And then take loads up. I'll work on the apartment too, like bathrooms, vacuuming. And I do want to clean the carpet in the one room, just in one corner where Joey was passing away. He piddled somewhere. I can smell it, but I can't see it. Even though they replaced the carpet and padding every time a tenant moves out, I still want to do it. Because I kind of smelled it yesterday. When I leaned down, I was like, woof! Evidently, I did not get that spot. It's not terrible, but I have a sensitive nose, if you know what I mean. I clean houses for a living. And then I need to move the refrigerator out and move the oven out to clean behind it. I got the inside of the oven already. I cleaned the outside of the windows because I'm on the first floor there. What else do I have to do? Oh, and sweep out the garage once I get everything out. There's so many containers I have to pitch. I'm thinking I need to take the containers not to the compactor, the garbage compactor. I think I need to donate them. Morning, Lucid Dreams. Good morning. Those ice cream cones look good. By the way, if anybody knows graters, I'm fairly close to a graters too now. Fantastic. I just want to pull over and buy a cone every time I pass it. If anybody knows graters, it's the best. Best ice cream in the country. Good morning. I guess I have to get in the shower. Oh, I got to get the rest of the stuff out of my car too. I'm thinking about doing a time-lapse video of me unpacking everything and eventually putting it out there, but who really wants to see me unpack my 1-bedroom apartment? I gotta find a place to get a pedicure. Because I have so much time to do that. I did promise myself with my sponsor that I would, this weekend, do something just for myself, self-care. Stop for an hour, stop for 2, and do something that's just for me. Because I haven't walked, I haven't done anything. Not that I feel like walking. What the heck was that? Interesting. So maybe I'll go get a pedicure. Find a place near me. Good morning. Well, I'm glad everybody survived last night. The Tickety Talk streets. I was not around. I'm sure we'll all hear about it. It's been kind of peaceful. Not being involved. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody for joining me this morning and getting me going. I'm gonna go take a shower. Smelly Nelly here is gonna. I don't know why I said that. Have a great hump day, and I'll see you guys on the streets. Have a great day too, Pooh. Bye.